Some dogs don't just bite. The real danger lies in never knowing when they might. With innocent faces and calm appearances, they hide a storm that can erupt without warning. These are the breeds that will lick your hand one moment and leave you injured the next. They don't trust easily, not humans and not animals, sometimes not even their own families. And once their trust is broken, consider it a declaration of war. They live on instinct, always alert, always watching, and no one can predict what will trigger them. Today, we're stepping into the world of dogs who don't follow rules, they follow mood. Living with them means waking up to new surprises every day. Their behavior isn't just difficult, it's explosive, and their loyalty comes with serious conditions. When their patience snaps, there are no signs, no signals, just consequences. So fasten your seatbelt because this journey is going to be wild, intense, and absolutely unpredictable. These are the 15 most unpredictable dog breeds in history, and their story begins right now. Number 15. Rottweiler. Rottweilers have long been seen as powerful protectors, but their unpredictability lies in their territorial instincts. One moment calm, and the next they can be triggered by a perceived threat. Originally bred to herd cattle and guard resources, they develop strong opinions quickly. Without early socialization, they may mistrust strangers. They're deeply loyal, but their reactions can be intense if not properly guided. Their size and strength add to the unpredictability factor. They don't forgive easily and tend to remember negative experiences. Even owners have to continuously train and reinforce behavior. And untrained, Rottweiler is like a ticking time bomb. In chaotic situations, they can become defensive without clear cues. Some owners report unpredictable growls or dominant behavior over time. While many are gentle, their behavior swings can be dangerous. They're a classic example of misunderstood power with volatile instincts. Number 14. Belgian Malinois. Belgian Malinois are intelligent and energetic, but their sharp minds make them unpredictable if under-stimulated. Originally bred for police and military work, they constantly seek a job. If left idle, they invent their own missions, often chaotic. They're known to suddenly lunge or bark with no apparent cause. Their hyper-alertness means they respond to the smallest sound or movement. In experienced hands, they're brilliant, but they're not family pets by default. Novice owners often underestimate how reactive they can be. Without structure, their intensity becomes erratic behavior. They can misinterpret children's play as a threat. If they feel challenged even by another dog, aggression may follow. Their instinctive protectiveness doesn't always follow logic. This unpredictability has led to many being surrendered. Only experts should handle their volatile brilliance. Number 13. Lhasa Apso. Don't be fooled by the small size and long coat. Lhasa Apsos are ancient watchdogs with a suspicious mind. Their loyalty is intense, but they bond with only one or two people. To outsiders, they often react with snapping or barking seemingly out of nowhere. These dogs were bred to guard Tibetan monasteries, not play fetch in the park. They think independently, making training difficult. Their unpredictability is rooted in their selective affection. A wrong move, and they may switch from cuddly to combative. They hold grudges and don't like being touched without permission. Some even dislike being groomed despite their fluffy coats. Sudden loud noises or fast hand movements can startle them aggressively. Families with kids often find them difficult to manage. They demand respect and space. Without it, their mood can change in an instant. Number 12. Siberian Husky. Known for their beauty and wolf-like looks, Siberian Huskies have a wild streak that makes them unpredictable. Bred to pull sleds in harsh conditions, they're wired for independence. They may seem friendly, but they often ignore commands. Their high prey drive can trigger sudden chasing, even of small pets or animals. They can escape from almost any enclosure, no matter how secure. One moment, they're napping, and the next, they're digging under a fence. They can switch from playful to dominant with other dogs in seconds. Their vocalizations can confuse owners. They don't bark much but talk or howl strangely. Some huskies nip or mouth when overly excited. Their stamina is unmatched, making them difficult to tire out. If not exercised, they become destructive and unpredictable indoors. They're beautiful, but a handful, not for the faint of heart. Number 11. Bullmastiff. A gentle giant to some, a reactive enforcer to others, the Bullmastiff is full of contradictions. They were bred to guard estates and apprehend intruders, not chase balls. Their calm demeanor hides a potential storm. They don't bark much but will suddenly lunge when they feel challenged. Their judgment of strangers can change in seconds. They have strong instincts to block, push, or tackle when something feels off. Owners often report confusion when a normally passive dog becomes aggressive without warning. Due to their size, a single unpredictable moment can become dangerous. They don't tolerate teasing or rough handling. Training them requires firmness without force. a difficult balance. If they feel disrespected, they may react with silent disobedience or stubborn resistance. Households with children must constantly supervise interactions. One bad experience can flip their trust switch forever. Calm outside, chaos inside. That's the Bullmastiff puzzle. Number 10. Doberman Pinscher. Dobermans are elegant, alert, and fiercely loyal, but unpredictability hides beneath their sharp instincts. Originally bred as personal protection dogs, they constantly scan for threats. They bond intensely with one person and can be overprotective. Sudden shifts in their environment can trigger defensive behavior. Even a friendly visitor can be misjudged as a threat. Their reactions are lightning fast, often before an owner can intervene. They're intelligent but can become pushy if not mentally challenged. If dominance is unbalanced, they may try to lead. Their mood depends heavily on energy, training, and environment. Neglect or harsh corrections can create rebellious behavior. Without early socialization, their loyalty becomes territorial aggression. Their unpredictability isn't due to rage, but a misreading of danger. That split-second reaction is what makes them risky for inexperienced handlers. Number 9. Shar-Pei. With its wrinkled skin and aloof eyes, the Shar-Pei is as mysterious as it is unpredictable. Originally bred for guarding and fighting, it holds onto its primitive instincts. They're deeply suspicious of strangers and don't like being handled roughly. Shar-Peis often act independently, making their reactions hard to predict. One moment they're relaxed, the next they're growling in a shadow. They rarely show affection openly and are selective in bonding. A misstep in discipline can permanently damage trust. They don't like chaotic households or noisy environments. Children may trigger nervous reactions, leading to nipping or snapping. Training them requires quiet consistency. Force only makes them colder. Even with training, some remain unpredictable toward other animals. Their judgment can be sudden and unshakable. Their silence often hides storms. They're guardians with secrets. Number 8. Tosa Inu. The Tosa Inu, Japan's legendary fighting dog, is banned in many countries for good reason. Calm and dignified on the outside, it can explode with power if provoked. Bred for silent combat, it doesn't bark before reacting. Their unpredictability stems from their stoic nature. They don't show anger, they act on it. Even small provocations can trigger a physical response. Without strong leadership, they assume dominance silently. They don't back down once they perceive a threat. Their size and strength make them a serious risk when mismanaged. Socialization isn't optional, it's survival. Even then, sudden aggression can emerge around unfamiliar dogs. Tosas don't bluff. They act when boundaries are crossed. Their power is matched only by their unpredictability. These dogs are not pets. They're warriors requiring respect and vigilance. Number 7. Cane Corso. A muscular guardian with Italian roots, the Cane Corso has a temperament that can flip like a switch. Bred to guard property and hunt wild boar, they take everything seriously. They are calm, but always alert, and their reactions can surprise even owners. Without consistent, confident leadership, they make their own decisions. Cane Corsos test boundaries regularly. If they sense weakness, they'll exploit it. Strangers or visitors must approach carefully. Sudden movements can provoke defense. Their protectiveness is primal and instinctive, not trained. They may act before commands are given. Even minor provocations can be seen as threats. Owners need to read subtle cues to avoid triggering reactions. They don't tolerate disrespect from other dogs. This unpredictability demands constant structure. Beauty and danger often walk side by side in this breed. Number 6. Jack Russell Terrier. Small in size but huge in intensity, the Jack Russell Terrier is a firecracker of unpredictability. Originally bred for fox hunting, their instincts are explosive. They are fearless, fast, and tireless, but that energy often turns into chaos. They're known to bark, bite, or chase without warning. Their prey drive makes them dangerous to smaller pets or animals. Training must be firm, consistent, and mentally challenging. If bored, they become destructive and erratic. One moment they're cuddling, the next they're flying off the couch after a noise. They often ignore commands when excited. Sudden movements or unfamiliar people can trigger defensive barking. Their strong-willed nature makes them unpredictable in new environments. Children and Jack Russells don't always mix well. A small body with a wild heart. That's the paradox of this breed. Number 5. Alaskan Malamute. The Alaskan Malamute may look like a fluffy sled dog, but don't let its looks fool you. Unpredictability runs deep in its instincts. Bred to haul heavy loads across freezing terrains, these dogs are strong-willed and independent thinkers. They aren't easily trainable like typical obedience dogs. One moment they're affectionate, the next they may act like they've never met you. They don't like being told what to do and often challenge authority silently. If not given enough exercise, they become destructive in terrifying ways. Their behavior around other dogs can suddenly shift, especially with same-sex canines. They have a prey drive strong enough to chase and harm small animals. Some owners report howling, mood swings, or strange aggressive reactions with no warning. Their energy can turn from playfulness to domination within seconds. Discipline alone doesn't work. You need strategy. Without structure, they become the rulers of the household. Owning one is like living with a ticking time bomb wrapped in fur. You never know when it'll explode or why. Number 4. Dalmatian. Dalmatians might be spotted and smiling, but their behavior has left many owners shocked. Behind that cartoon-like charm lies a complex and unpredictable temperament. Bred as carriage dogs, they develop fierce guarding instincts. They bond deeply but can switch moods without warning. Their strong memories mean they'll hold a grudge against mistreatment. Some Dalmatians suddenly growl at familiar faces or become defensive over space. They're highly sensitive to sound, touch, and sudden motion. Poor socialization or trauma can create violent reactions later in life. Many become possessive, over toys or food, even toward their owners. Their energy builds like pressure in a volcano. When it erupts, it's messy. They're not naturally friendly with other dogs unless trained early. Families often assume they're gentle, but children can trigger their defensiveness. Their beauty has made them popular, but few understand their needs. A misunderstood Dalmatian can become dangerously unpredictable in the wrong hands. Number 3. Akita Inu. The Akita Inu is a national treasure in Japan, but a mystery to most of the world. These dogs are deeply loyal, dignified, and noble, but they follow their own rules. Bred to guard royalty and hunt large game, they don't show affection easily. They often tolerate family but mistrust strangers instinctively. Some Akitas show calmness for weeks only to snap at something subtle and unseen. They dislike being touched without trust, even by owners. Their reactions are slow-building but explosive once triggered. Akitas often remain quiet before attacking, giving no warning signs. If challenged by another dog, they won't back down. They require silent strength in an owner, not loud commands. A single mistake in training can break the bond permanently. They rarely forgive and almost never forget. Inexperienced owners find themselves living with a cold, silent volcano. Owning one means understanding silence doesn't equal safety. Number 2. Basenji. The Basenji is known as the barkless dog, but silence doesn't mean peace. This African breed is cunning, primitive, and unpredictable in every sense. It doesn't bark, but it yodels, growls, or screams in strange tones. They're escape artists who climb fences and open doors like burglars. Basenjis are ruled by instincts, hunting, dominance, and self-preservation. They bond lightly and often act like cats, independent and unaffectionate. Sudden movements or food possession can bring out their primal side. They react based on impulse, not training. Even experienced owners struggle to correct their spontaneous behaviors. They ignore commands once the prey drive kicks in. Basenjis don't care for strangers, children, or noise. Many act unpredictable when left alone, destroying furniture or howling. Their silence hides storms and their eyes reveal cunning. Owning a Basenji is like taming a clever fox. Only the fox never listens. Number 1. Chow Chow. The Chow Chow is often described as a lion in a dog's body. Proud, mysterious, and dangerously unpredictable. Originally bred for guarding temples, their aloof nature can border on arrogance. They don't like strangers and often don't like other animals either. One moment they'll sit calmly by your side. The next they'll lunge without warning. Chow Chows are known to snap at sudden touch or loud voices. They're extremely territorial, even toward family members they dislike. Training them is a delicate process. Too soft and they ignore you. Too harsh and they retaliate. They often display aggression over food, toys, or personal space. Grooming, vet visits, or even bathing can become battles. Their facial expressions are hard to read, making moods difficult to predict. They don't trust easily, and when they do, it's still conditional. Owners must walk on eggshells around their changing temperaments. Chow Chows are regal beasts, and like royalty, they demand their own rules. So these were the dogs that don't just live by commands. They live by instinct, by mood, and by trust. One moment they're calm and loyal. The next they could lash out without a single warning. Their unpredictability is not a flaw. It's part of their nature. Some of them can be trained, yes, but taming them completely, that's a different story. These dogs don't forget, and they rarely forgive. If their trust is broken, even accidentally, they may turn into something unrecognizable. They're not for first-time owners or those looking for a gentle companion. Even experienced handlers have been caught off guard by their sudden shifts. Owning one of these breeds means living with a mystery every day. If you found this video helpful or eye-opening, hit the like button. share it with fellow dog lovers, and don't forget to subscribe for more untold truths. Until next time, stay alert, stay smart, and never underestimate the mind of a dog.